morning, YouTube. So looking across the market here, we do have a mixed bag. We have a lot of red, a lot of green. The reds are kind of winning right now, and Nvidia is down 3% and falling at the moment. So right now the sellers are winning suit. We'll see what they do. NASDAQ is testing a couple of lower supports here. This is like the fourth test of a major pivot. And yeah, so far, we'll see what happens. There's been a lot of selling since about 4 o'clock in the morning. The buyers have defended nicely, so it doesn't necessarily fit the rule of too much too fast because the buyers have done their job of defending and bouncing the whole night. So, VIX at 1388. Apple's coming off hard, red candles. Nvidia's coming off, red candles across the board. Dow's top wick, Russell's going up pretty green. San Marzano's getting water, you bet. Yeah. Yeah, 905 is last week's low, definitely. So we're right around this area. We had June 17th pivot, and we had 3 pivots last week right at this area. So this 900 block on NASDAQ is an incredibly strong pivot on old NASDAQ. So got a little green. All right, NASDAQ is going up, a little bit of green. The big thing, there's a couple of things to point out this week. One, we have a very weak catalyst week. We have PCE on Friday. We do have GDP, but GDP typically is not a very big mover, so we have a very weak catalyst week. Next week is non-farm payroll, so we'll have an uptick of volatility next week. And IV right now is, let me get on the right contracts, about 16%. So we're sitting in the ballpark of normalcy, what a jabroni, on the options chain here. So IV is fine, premiums are fine, the market's not pricing anything extravagant going into PC on Friday. So one more good bounce before it falls. Yeah, so my whole theme this week is I'm going to be a little bit more bearish this week than last week. That doesn't mean I'm going to come out just kind of swinging shorts left and right. Although I'm about to go put on some shorts because it's hot in here. I just do think there's going to be a little bit more selling this week than the prior weeks, a little bit more profit taking. Not to say we're going to drop 10% or anything, but it's likely that now that OPEX is out of the way, we have a little bit of retracement. And the reason being is because it will leave time for buyers to start buying the discount into non-farm payroll, because I think everyone is assuming non-farm payroll will produce data that is conducive with the rate cut narrative. So if that is in fact the case, a sell-off this week or a little bit of drop this week will leave enough time for the buyers to start buying the discount going into the non-farm payroll bounce. That's what I would look for. 55.32 here. Oh, big green candle. Look at that. Monster candle on NASDAQ coming up. So NASDAQ down 50 points and ES is flat doesn't make sense. Well, what's the reason for that? We haven't seen a lot of divergences the past week or so with ES and NASDAQ. Right now, XLY is very strong, XLC is very strong, XLHB. Now we do have a lot of red creeping in here to the X's, so I wouldn't necessarily expect the ES to be diverged for long, although it's not really that far. NASDAQ is down 0.14, ES is down 0.04, so that's not really a big enough divergence for me to be really cautious. Usually it's when it's big time diverged. So let's take a look. Oil has got 80.40 big liquidity on the map. ES has 55.26 overall, a very light book. NASDAQ has virtually nothing on here after this sweep. So you seem a little low on the volume to me, now like 150%. What about now? Y'all hear me? I might have it too far away. Posted a new YouTube video if you didn't already notice on icebergs. There's the stream, by the way. You're welcome. 55.31. Just kind of like we warned, you know, we have to start preparing for the summertime dullness. So if you're someone who gets bored very easily and tries to start scalping because you're bored, then just be aware of the dullness of the summertime. Hopefully we don't have the normal dullness. Hopefully it does maintain a little bit of volatility going into the summer, but aside from the events of non-farm payroll and the end of July FOMC, we may be in for a little bit of choppiness. You're welcome, Chad. A little red coming off there. Little bit of red there. 5530. Dullness is my middle name. So looking at the 60-minute, I would definitely want to start the week out looking at longer time frames. The 60-minute has nothing but bottom wicks right now. Now it is downtrending bottom wicks, but if you go back and look right now on ES and NASDAQ 60-minute charts, bottom wick, bottom wick, bottom wick. Just keep an eye on that. Debates might bring some fireworks. Yeah, I'm very curious to see how this is going to go. I think this is going to be rather entertaining or completely discouraging, depending on how much of a cynic you are with the current political situation. How do you also find the discount and premium? Well, it's really, I use VPA, obviously. Well, maybe not, obviously, if you're new to the channel. For me, I want to look for where the market is bottom wicking and where it is top wicking. Like right now, the current demand for NASDAQ is roughly 19,900, 902, 903. And once we break through that, my job as a trader is to find out where the next target is for the sellers to reach demand, which could most likely be 520. The first target is going to be 760, which is micro. The big stuff, though, is stair-stepping all the way down. And that's the beauty of having such a very huge rally that we've had the past couple of weeks, is that when the market does start to drop, we have several large confident targets that we can start to plot that I could pretty much put a good level of confidence that it's going to bounce once it gets there. So for me, the first one, once we break this level, will be 750, which is about 170 points down. After that will be about 519, 520 on NASDAQ. And all I'm doing is looking for several pivots on the hourly chart or above. So I'll go to the 60-minute chart, maybe the 120-minute, and I'm looking for how many times has this market bottom wicked at a certain level, and I want to put a level there. So yeah, I do look at market structure shifts simply because of that, because it tells me when the market is going to pivot. If I go to my volume profile indicator right now, about 54.95 or so on ES is a fantastic point on which to start looking for a base. On NASDAQ, let me let it load here and I'll kind of give you a point. Roughly in the ballpark of, right in the 750, we have a lot of high volume nodes right there. So that once again supports the fact that that could be the next demand if we break here. 55.31. Still kind of just chilling right around here. ES is still creeping a little bit up. NASDAQ is putting on a red back to the open. And so far, we're in a very tight range. What's the Dow doing? The Dow is starting to creep off a touch. Russell is bouncing back and forth. Oil is bouncing back to 80.83 on their POC. Gold and silver right now. Gold is up on green and still going, and silver is about to break higher as well. You see NVIDIA starting to climb to touch. Apple's coming off a little bit more red. Ooh, Apple's dropping nicely. Dropping nicely. We'll see what NVIDIA can do there. 55.32. Large red candles on Apple. Microsoft filed bankruptcy? Yeah, right. Ooh, large red candles on Microsoft. Is there a good time to start thinking about whittling down my NVIDIA long? It depends on what your strategy is. Are you a long-term investor with stocks? Are you a swing trader with speculation options? It really depends. If you are swing trading for a couple of weeks out, I would say it's getting pretty close time to start at least putting in stops or some Risk mitigated defenses. If you're a long-term investor, who knows, man? Who knows? A lot of red here coming on the tape. Apple's coming off hard. We have Nvidia dropping. Ooh, large red candles. Let's see how far this thing can sweep lower. Beautiful. Beautiful. 15 minute looks like a what? A dog formation. Yeah, so nice little red here. Back and forth. NASDAQ has some decent playable candles here. Nicely done. I just took a short on my props, which is going to fulfill my one trade on the props for the day. And I'm shutting that baby down. By the way, got denied, rejected on my Apex accounts. So I'm going to spend about 30 minutes deleting my account today. I am not happy about that at all. Not happy about that. So I've got a draw on Top Step coming up in 2 days, guaranteed. Dollar cost averaging. Guaranteed Top Step doesn't even give me a problem because they never have. And it's the same exact trading I do on Top Step as I do on Apex. So I'll be deleting every single aspect of Apex and I'll never talk about it again. They basically robbed me of 40 G's, baby. 40 G's. $19,850 coming off. $55.30. Send over to your boy Twizzy. I just lit about $2,800 on fire. All right, ES is breaking off here. Once again, keep an eye on 55.27. That could be a pivot on which they could start to kind of drop. Nice little area here. Still have the affiliate link on your channel. I got it here on in the Discord for y'all, but it's not my link. It's one of y'all's. I'll let y'all rotate it to kind of give y'all some kickbacks. 19,850 is liquidity level on Bookmap. ES was 55.29. They just absorbed that. Now they got 22 and 10 on the bottom. If you trade 10 more days without DCA, you can still pull out that money from Apex. Yeah, it's a waste of my time, man. You know, I wasted time and effort in when I could be making money in my IBKR on what's essentially is a paper trading account because they won't give me the money. So I'm not going to waste it. I've got Top Step. Top Step pays me. If I need to do any prop firm trading, I'll trade with them. I'm good to go. Large red candles coming off here. I'm still going to hold this short on my Top Step here, and I'm going to roll this baby down. I'm going to set my long stop, or sorry, my stop order on NASDAQ at about 915. Now that we've taken out the prior low, if I can adjust that, or if I could survive this little test here, then this might turn into a little bit of a move. But right now, I'm just kind of playing the chop slow stuff. Did they just deny the payout, or did they deny the payout and took the money? They just denied the payout. Yeah, it's still mine. You know, I could still essentially continue to trade dollar cost average, but I'm not going to waste my time. What I would rather do is buy 4 more accounts on Top Step if I'm going to dive into the world of prop firms and just trade with Top Step. Like, why even bother with their stupid rules? So, red's coming off 55.26. Moving on down to 19,850. Options. What do we got? July 24th, SPX. I need to go look at Trading Ticks options data. Nice little red move here. Nvidia is getting smoked. Apple and Microsoft are kind of bouncing, but Nvidia is getting smoked here. On down. When do you plan on making a decision for a call credit spread for the week? Sometime today. I'll put one on. It may not even be a weekly. It may be like a 2-weeker, but we'll see. Current GEX right now on SPX is going to be 54.40 up to 54.85, so a large range, and there's not really any major outliers right now. Getting that gabagoo, baby. So, stupid meta's flying. Yep. Let's see, can NASDAQ break this level? I want to roll my stop here. Oh, man. 19908. Still holding this red candle. So we just had a 5-minute bottom wick on NASDAQ I'm looking at, which is trying to survive the prior bounce. It's the pre-market low. NVIDIA is still coming off here, so I'm still confident shorting this position. As long as we hold under it, I'm just going to set my stop about 910, 908. As long as we hold this, I'm okay. And to see if we could break lower here. I just want to give it a shot. Want to give it a shot. You gotta hold on to what we got. 19. There we go. Stopped. Let me look at the options flow at the moment. Like the GEX right now is very, very weak. There's just not much on there. Not a lot of data. 544 is the GEX for SPY, and 477 is a QQQ. Let me see here. VIX is coming off hard, 1370. Just triggered my volume alert. You know what's funny? I just had one of those memory photos pop up. And when I was in San Antonio this day 12 years ago. And it was 108 degrees. And I posted a screenshot of it. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Not a volume alert. I'm sorry. Price action alert. Climate change, yeah. Would you explain your VIX volume alert? Yeah, I misspoke. Not a volume alert, a price action alert. So basically when the morning opens here, what I try to do is set a high and low price action alert on VIX. So if it breaks higher, I just get pinged. If it breaks lower, I get pinged. Basically, what I want to see is, are they going to continue the pattern of gap up the VIX at the open and then crank it down throughout the day and then market bounces, which is pretty much what they've been doing the past 2 weeks or so. So if they're going to continue that same pattern, I want to be privy to it. And right now, it just triggered to the downside. San Antonio was so humid last week on top of it. Oh, man. Yeah, I remember we'd be sitting out on the blacktops in our dress blues with the shiny black shoes, and your feet would be cooking on the blacktop in the middle of August. It's terrible. So just alert at the top of the bottom of the range. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. Not any specific price. It's just literally when the VIX starts to move, I want to be aware of it. Hey, look at NVIDIA. Hard coming off. Hard coming off. 19885. Jeez Louise, they're really going to kill the VIX today, or NVIDIA. I love it. They just crank that green candle on down, too. Stop you out for coming back down? Yeah, ES is still going up, though. There's a little bit of discrepancy between NASDAQ and ES. The XLF, the banks are rocketing at the moment. Russell, the Dow, the banks, all green, all going up hard. ES is not really going anywhere. It's kind of putting on some red greens. NASDAQ is getting smoked because the golden child is getting smoked today. They're down 3.71. Large red candles. Look at this. Next target for NASDAQ. We're looking at about 761. That makes me interested to putting on a put on SPX, though, because ES won't be able to hold back a lot of selling if that's going to be the case. Red candle's coming down. I think eventually ES is going to roll along with NASDAQ. Let's go to the 120-minute chart here. If you look at the 120-minute chart on ES, we have been at this price since Thursday morning. We sold off early Thursday pre-market, and we've been at this price plus or minus 5 or 6 points since Thursday morning. So we haven't gone anywhere. That's why I want to keep a close eye on the 120-minute chart, because if we could start breaking the range, you might be able to start putting on a position and catching yourself a trend. What's up, Hip Hop Exposed? How you doing? Good morning, good morning. Love y'all's names. Good stuff. So I spoke with someone through DMs this past weekend, yesterday actually. It was a tier member, and this individual had a very rough Friday. Texted, he actually shot me screenshots, and he's like, "Hey man, I need your help. Having a hard time struggling with what happened on Friday." So this person has a prop account who's funded, and he was trading, and he was up $2,700 on Friday. He did very well, $2,700 per account on Friday. He was on Top Step X, so he wanted to use that little button that closes out the account, but he says he couldn't bring himself to push the button because of the feeling of what happens if the market moves in the afternoon. What happens if I miss the move and I'm locked out of my account? You can kind of guess what I'm about to tell y'all. He kept trading, and he was up, like I said, $2,700 per account. He ended up down $1,000 per account by the end of the day. So not only did he not able to push the button, but he was now down $1,000 per account. And the only reason why I'm telling you this is because I want y'all to be very aware of how destructive overtrading and overposition sizing can be. You have to delineate between smart trading and gambling. Once you start crossing that boundary in, I need to trade, I can't stop trading, the only thing that's going to stop you to trading is simply getting blown up. That's the only thing that's going to stop you. So you have to be aware of that and understand what's happening up front. Doesn't matter how much money you make, it's how much money you lose. It's how much money you lose. What's up, Iron Will? How you doing, buddy? One of the reasons I don't change my account back to a margin account, limited cash per day is the best thing. Absolutely. Absolutely. Man, ES is breaking out to the upside. Beautiful. Look at the Dow, man. Rocketing. We have 15-minute bottom wicks. We have an engulfing green candle. We have the Dow is rocket ships. Absolutely rocketing. Holy crap. And that is a new weekly, monthly high right there. The Dow just took out the June month high. And now we're just kind of, I guess, attacking May highs. Looking at the yields right now, yields are all flat. DXY is up 0.6. And the Russell is climbing hard too. So small caps and everything else is starting to climb. In fact, a lot of the X's are starting to turn quite green. XLK is the only thing that's really taking a bath right now. Cash count prevents you from overtrading. Yep. Definitely helped me become a better trader, dog. I was overtrading like heck. Absolutely, Ronald. Absolutely. I call my buddies dog too. DAWG. In my Bible study group, I call everybody dog. It's funny to use that. But I appreciate that. I know myself too well to think I could stop on my own some days. Yep. Yep. My rule, I have what I call the wife rule. The wife rule. When I find myself wanting to show Mrs. OM how much money I've made, I'm ready to shut it down. Like once I reach that point, it's ready to close it out and shut it down. ES large green here. The flow right now is call buying, with exception to Apple. Actually, that's not true. Call selling on NVIDIA. We have call selling on Qs. SPX is call buying. All the S&P related items are call buying. Tech is call selling. Very large green on Apple. VIX is absolutely getting rolled. 1346 and dropping hard. Wow, look at that. They're killing it. Killing it. Historically strong start to the year for the U.S. stock market. could continue into 2024. Yeah, big candle. ES coming up. Let's go to the 240 again. Another bottom wick on the 240 and another bottom wick on the 60 as well. So if you go to the 60-minute chart, man, you see nothing but bottom wicks on ES. Nothing but bottom wicks. And now that's a major hammer candle on NASDAQ, or NASDAQ there as well. When I tell my wife I made this much today and she looks at me and tells me to stop for the day, she's the boss. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Even in this session, my bias has changed 3 times. Well, just zoom out. Zoom out. Right now, this morning, there's nothing but bottom wicks on ES. ES is dead flat since Thursday morning, and nothing but bottom wicks. NASDAQ is a little bit more downtrendy, but also a lot of bottom wicks, which shows me the buyers are still defending everything. And if the sellers don't make an effort to clear out some demand, then we're going to have a refresh higher to retest, and then another rollover. VIX is coming off hard, 1347. $55.42. 5542 there. Let's see. 19925. Look at the Dow, man. Wow. XLF, the banks are going crazy. Did something happen today that I missed on the financial sector? I'm not seeing any catalyst at all for financial sector, but it is rocketing. The banks are loving something. What's Visa doing right now? Huge green candles on Visa. Huge green candles on JP Morgan. Goldman Sachs, all of them. Just massive green candles across consumer and financial related industries. And VIX is getting destroyed too. Still going up. NASDAQ closes this bottom wick, might be a good long opportunity with them as well, with all the names coming up. ES is following suit. ES has 55.47 and 55.56 on, looking like they want to break up here. I got Bon Jovi stuck in my head. What's with the 945 pivot? It's too often to be total coincidence. It's just a volatility influx. You know, I couldn't tell you exactly what it is, other than there are periods of time where the algorithms kick on. What I can tell you though is if you identify something like that, then exploit it. Like the 1 hour range, exploit it. You know, that's what we're doing with the range, exploiting it. So if you find it, then be aware of it and exploit it, and then back test it, see how aggressive it actually is. Yeah, S&P is flying right now, climbing hard. So popping up to 55.46. Apple's climbing hard. Wow. Even NASDAQ is coming up there too. So a nice little long opportunity on NASDAQ after that little red. And ES just took out their overnight low. It's now going for 55.50, which is Friday's pre-market high levels. Caught the exact bottom on SPY. 130% winner to start the week. Proper positioning is scaled out. Nice side gig. Beautiful. Apple's still going up high. You see on the 8-pack there, you got Microsoft, Apple, and the Dow are rocketing. NVIDIA is still not bouncing yet. If they were to bounce, you know what will happen. And of course, VIX is rolling over. So we have correlated bullishness across the board except for NVIDIA. 55.46. Yeah, Apple's going. Let me go flip over to Apple real quick. Apple's got that gap up at 210.60. ES is still climbing up 55.46. Nice little move. Nice little move. Just absolutely extraordinary. So the whole market's climbing here. We have a huge uptail in the market across the board. Everything is on my watch list is just going. Just rocket ships. VIX coming off here. So long opportunities all around here. So I popped into a call in my IBKR, which is my first trade of the day on my IBKR. We've got SPX. Ooh, look at that. Wow. SPX is upticking into strong call buying. And we have GEX into 5485, which is 4 points up. Extraordinary. I mean, everything on my watch list is just going. That's why I clicked over to see if I could find any kind of financial catalyst, because a lot of the financial industries are just going. I don't really see anything. I know Goolsby made some comments this morning, but it's nothing we haven't already heard, so it just looks like it's time to launch the financial markets. Man, look at this. VIX is rolling off hard too, so got to get the gabagool over here. Wow. Am I in a trade right now? I am. I am, Angel Isis. When you said the VIX was rolling off, I entered some SPX calls. I'm up 100%. Nice, John. I know a John Herr. I wonder if you're John Herr than I know. Probably not. That would be an extreme coincidence. I saw that TradingView was doing some options, or adding options to their charts. I think so now you can, or at least soon, you'll be able to look at the options charts on TradingView. So what's my target with this SPX call? You know, there's two components here. One, I'd like to get up to the retest of the 60 block, and the other one is just the market awareness. You know, right now I'm watching my 6-pack, and I could tell I need to do a little more dieting. I'm just kidding. I'm looking to see is this whatever this is going to pull back, because right now Nvidia's starting to come along, so I'm watching the whole market kind of uplift. You know, I've got the market on my side, so just get a little piece and then you know, kind of pop out here, see if I can grab the 55.60 block. We had this convo before. Oh yeah, there you go. Nothing more satisfying than being assigned a cash secured put over the weekend and getting shares up 2% over the covered calls. Beautiful. That's why it pays to have some shares, man. It's beautiful. Boom, boom, boom. Short-term level. VIX coming off. Another Apex text message. I'm done with you. $55.55 coming up. There we go. Now we're coming up even higher. Let's see if we can grab that 60 block. Beautiful. VIX still rolling off. There goes Dow, even higher. There goes Microsoft, even higher. Exploding. Microsoft is absolutely exploding. Looks like they solved their bankruptcy issues pretty quick. I'm going to go ahead and start locking in with the stops. What's up, John? How you doing, buddy? No real icebergs on the tape today. Very, very light liquidity. I'm going to take a minute to kind of look around to see what we have that's big, that's far away, which is nothing. I doubt that big cat's still down there. No, he's not. Man, there's very little on the books. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. NASDAQ has 20028 up top for a retest there. Oh, man. Well, this has turned out to be a crazy day. I did not expect a rocket launch like that. Crazy day, bruh. I breathe air for you. Buy another gun. Absolutely. Yep. Trust me, back in the day when Facebook Marketplace used to allow weapon sales, dude, it was bad. It was rough. All right, here we go. About to break even higher. Oh yeah, back in the day, not anymore, of course, but it's all right though. Now you can buy AR-15 shaped paperweights off of Facebook Marketplace. I took 400% on my spy runners. Nice side gig. Beautiful. They have to take my money from my cold dead hands. I love it. That reminds me of the scene in Men in Black where he goes, "Your terms are acceptable." No new trades for me today, but my previously entered spreads are 5x my daily goal. Beautiful, Mr. 50. Beautiful. Now I know why they call you Mr. 50. Because you 50x in that money, baby. Going even higher here. All right. Did a gabagoo. I caught a 40-point move on NASDAQ, but just FOMO'd out of the trade. That's all right. That's all right. All right, new high of the day for ES here, still going higher. Call's doing pretty well. One more push up, and I should have a pretty healthy profit here if I can get 55.60. There we go. There we go. Now we're getting that gabagoo. All right, 55.60. I'm rolling up type stop. Or stops tight. Holy crap, apparently I'm dyslexic. Stops tight into the 55.60 block. Hey, yo, how you doing? Boom. Man, what is going on with this market, dude? What did Goolsby come out to like freaking Hulk Hogan music? Oh, yeah, brother. We're gonna kill this inflation. So apparently, just gave the old people's elbow to the inflation over here. Schmishmlation. What's inflation? Wow. 55.60. Unsubscribe. Hey, if I could, I'd unsubscribe from myself. I promise. That's crazy. All right, I'm going to lock in some profit there. That's an extraordinary win considering I entered way late. I will take that all day long. So, locked in some profit right there. I love this. Kim Jong-un community. I love it. Hold on a second. I need a new way to do this. There we go. SPX is beautiful. What did Mike steals? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. On Discord, do I show my trades? I do. Yeah, I do show my trades. I feel like last week was rebalancing into Q3. Well, yeah, we're probably talking about the same thing. I just took a lot of profit off right there. But for me, it was just killing the calls, the call premiums. The call premiums got to be rolled. Far too many calls are in the money. They've got to kill the option chain. And then we roll back over. Bono. The problem with taking a trade so early in the day, like my first short I did this morning, is that I very rarely want to jump back into outside a trade. So if like I shorted the morning and then the market bounces, it's hard for me to close the short, and then go long. I just typically don't like to take trades that fast, and it causes me to miss the bounce like that. So I closed my shorts for profit, and then I was able to enter late on an SPX call there, catch a little bit of it, but it missed out on that big 400%er from the bottom. But that's fine, I guess. Gabagoo is gabagoo, as long as it's boar's head. Has anybody ever tried to make their own deli meat? Like steam it, put it in a little mold, and then slice it? I've always wanted to do that. Roast beef, nice. Dried sandwich. My grandfather, every time you say that, I think about my grandfather. He used to say that. My grandfather's first name was Alessio. That dude is straight off the boat from Italy. Adriano, nice. I love it, man. I love it. Waiting to start my own pickles. Yeah, pickles are fun. Pickles are fun. Your second set is Luciano, like Pavarotti. Nice. You got to get that kid some microphone. Start singing. I love it. Better be an import. Oh man! All right. Well, first two trades of the day. I have one on props, one on IBKR, and that we'll see how things roll today. I just pressure washed my motherboard. Hopefully the charts run smoother. Wow. Yeah, I had to order the first part on my computer broke this weekend. I was doing some editing on the YouTube video, and the PC fan went out. So I was finally able to kind of jumpstart it. I had to actually go in and like turn it and get it going again, but I got another part coming today. Nvidia is coming off hard red, dropping back over. Apple's dropping. Am I out of my calls? I'm out of most of my calls. I'm leaving literally a very, very small runner position off of it. Right there. Maverick. Love it. My goal this week is to get me on a good quality swing position. That's my number one goal this week. Figure out a name where I could put on a swing position and go modus erebus. If you ever find yourself in SD, I'll make some sushi at my job. Heck yeah. Working on 50,000 counts. Nice. Very cool King's blend. Keep it up. Oil is bouncing hard. They've been up and away for a while. They are now testing the 80. If they break out this 81 and change level, I'd say retest 86. Plus, coming into the summer months, high demand. With energy is going to be in high demand this summer. Can you explain what you said earlier about too many calls being in the money? Yep. So the past couple of weeks and months, the market's been very green. This whole quarter, the market's been incredibly green. So one could surmise that there's a whole bunch of calls in the money. Whole bunch. Now, thinking about the dealer side of things, the dealers have to roll off those put or call premiums because they've already killed the puts. They've sold puts left and right. Now, on the calls they've sold, they need to roll off premiums to start taking those off the books. They've closed out their hedges, and now they're going to start rolling the premiums down to roll off the deltas on the books, which is why we dropped into OPEX. A little bit of red here. Beautiful. I got Dominion Energy. Nice. Bump. Top Step will have a fire drill for 1 free reset on Thursday. I just got an email. So if you have Top Step, go get you one. Worked out pretty well, didn't it, Mojo? Yeah. That's pretty insane. I think you got to the tick, too, didn't it? Yeah, to the tick. You're very welcome, Mojo. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Glad you got some value out of it, baby. Yeah. Let's see, NASDAQ. Dow launched. Did CrapX give you detailed information on rejection or just dollar cost average? Just like did they provide a trade report or anything on what you supposedly did, or is it generic? Nope. They just said our decision was made that you had been denied, and it says the reasoning, and it says dollar cost averaging, one of our rules. So I've got an email with them. They haven't responded back to my email yet to kind of give me a detailed explanation. I've already left their Discord server, so I'm definitely not going to try to get any kind of support there. But honestly, though, I'm done with it. I can't. I'm losing out on so much money from opportunity cost on not trading my BKR. It was a fun experiment. It was great. I think I've kicked that dead horse enough the past year, but I'm about ready to flick that booger. So Top Step has never given me any problems. So if anything, if I want to, I have one Top Step account. I've got a live account. I might add 4 more. So. Flick that booger. That's my commander says that. When he's ready to move on, he says, let's flick that booger. Move on to the next topic. No, they will not let you dollar cost average, Ethan. I closed all my accounts with them after my last withdrawal. Better companies out there. Yep. Yeah, if I sign up for 4 more accounts on Top Step, I'll let y'all know. We'll do that. $55.51. What we got? They're not looking for profitable trading partners. Yep. I feel you 100%. All right. We just had a couple of icebergs fill. 600 is decent size, 500 decent size, not big, but not small either. Nvidia is still getting crushed, dropping. Nasdaq is attempting to drop. Let's see what they want to do with all that. ES still has liquidity up to 55.60, so I'm not too sure where they're going to go with this just yet. I'm going to keep an eye on the 15-minute chart here and just kind of watch. Dow hits 1 month high. We already knew that. We have virtually no catalyst today. FOMC daily at 2 o'clock. I was watching Paul for a long-term trade and watched it at 78. Got cute trying to wait for it a few bucks. Now it's up to 78.98. Yep. Yep. Gotta love that feeling, right? More icebergs are coming on, so we have a plethora of icebergs. Nvidia is still dropping. VIX is still dropping. It's weird to see Nvidia get crushed with everything else. Everything else is bright green except for Nvidia. VIX is still low of the day, and they are 17 cents away from breaking red. ES is still bottom, wicking back up. I'm still holding those SPX call runners. I'll see what they can do with that. If they can break high, then I'll probably close the rest of them once ES trips this 55.60, or at least just put a tight stop on them. Is Trader J in here? What's he doing? Trader J. He's probably out there being naked somewhere. Nasdaq, a little bit heavier. Naked and afraid. Nvidia dropping. The flow right now is pretty weak. Nvidia is call selling. GEX on SPX is still 54.85. SPY is 547. QQQ 482. Bottom wicking. There he is. What's up, Trader J? You were lurking. All right, there is a bottom wick back to green. And it looks like they're going to try to eat up this through the liquidity at 55.60. Now, they're not putting anything else right now above. Nothing. $55.60. Another 200 iceberg right there. Let's see, 2.7% of all residential homes in America are underwater, seriously underwater. Which is not that bad, I guess, 2.7%. Yeah, XLF is flying big time. Home Builders Association is up hard too. Not Home Builder Association. The Home Builders ETF is up big time. So all the money made with Apex that's lost, they will keep it, not pay anything. Theoretically, I could trade another 10 days to request another payout. I just can't dollar cost average. You know, I guess I could do that if I want to put forth the effort and time and to do that. I'm kind of over it, man. I'm kind of over it. We'll see. We'll see. I gotta think on it. Right now, I'm kind of in the burn them to the ground type of thought process. But well, this is getting pretty boring. This can come all the way back down, isn't it? I know Nvidia right now is getting destroyed. They are getting destroyed. If Apple turns down for what, along with Nvidia, then yeah, I think this will come all the way back down. Another iceberg's coming on, so a whole bunch of icebergs starting to get a little bit more activity on the book. If Apple drops, yeah, we have a nice little top wick on across the board here, 15, 60-minute top wick. Large red engulfings. Look at that. It's going to big time. 19922 and dropping. Oof. Big time red candles on Nvidia. Big time red candles on Nvidia. Wow. Large red engulfings. Large red engulfing Nasdaq coming off. Yeah, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna get out of my runners now. Too much selling for me, not for zeros. Out of runners. Large red engulfing. Look at that. ES is coming off hard. Nasdaq dropped it, gave back the entire green. Nvidia getting crushed, and Apple hasn't even started selling yet. Wow. Took a speculative short at the top, realizing I took it on the wrong account. That's all right, Twizzy. You did great, buddy. You did great. 55.44. Man, look at that red candle. Wow. Extraordinary red. Wow. Wow. Crushed it. 110-point move on Nasdaq. Yeah, now screwing the calls back over. ES is coming off hard. Night 850 is going to be the next target if this breaks through. Wow. That is extraordinary. Extraordinary. The 19902, 905. Next target's going to be about what? What is that? 850. That's a long way down, though, if they break that. What a move, man. What a day. Crazy. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Let's see. Bouncing all the way back up. Look at that. From 884 all the way back up. Extraordinary. Extraordinary. Launching it. So they just put another iceberg there, too. Wow. Wow. Days like this when VIX is 18, yeah. Let's see. 920. Let's go to ES. 1,300 ice just filled, too. 1,300 ice just filled. Let's see. Pushing micros. Had my best day yet. Love it. There you go. Yeah, micros are way to go, baby. That's the way to go. Let's do 1032. Wow. Another iceberg, 5547. Apple still going higher. Still going higher. $9.20. Well, let's see what they want to do with this. This is an extraordinary session so far. They're carving out a lot. Carving out a lot. $9.13. Actually, can be deadly. It can be, yeah. Let's see here. Top wicking. Let's see if I can get something on the books here right now. If they drop this, we might see that 968 retest, but they're shaking and making this candle big time. Big time. Let's see, 901. Nvidia's coming off. Apple's the only thing keeping this thing up now. If Apple gives out, I mean, it's going to be, that's all she wrote. They just hammered that green candle all the way back down on NASDAQ, too. 900 retest. They got 975 liquidity coming on. They've got 851 is on there as well. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Nvidia 121.37. 91915. Wow. Let's see. Let's see. Big greens coming up. 18937. Just lazy weekend videos, 140 pre-split. Yeah. All right, bouncing this thing all the way back up here. So micros are definitely an excellent way to go. I'm looking to put on a decent trade, but this thing, every time you look at it, it changes. VIX is still coming off. ES is 55.51. Actually, could be deadly trade with careful in this whipsaw. Yeah. ES is still up at 55.50. NASDAQ is bouncing back up. Apple's still skyrocketing. Apple ain't selling nothing. So that's one of the reasons I'm not really jumping too far on board with shorts, is because I'm still watching Apple go up and up and up, and I know better than to short when Apple's flying like that. XLF is still flying too. ES ain't dropping at all. Very weird behavior. Another SPX play? Maybe. Maybe. 55.51 on ES. I got so many freaking text messages coming in right now. Sorry about that. All right, 19,850 is still the main liquidity here. Still the main liquidity on the books. ES is flagging up at 55.80, which is weird because I've got ES is going higher, NASDAQ is going lower, Apple straight up, Dow and Russell is straight up, XLF is straight up. Bought some speculation GME today. Nice. $19,934. So he'll start texting. I love it. One sec. I need to make a quick phone call. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Don't come back yet. Yeah, Nvidia is getting crushed. I think eventually this is going to bring the market down here. So, um, yeah, it's coming off. Nvidia is still dropping. Everything is absolutely getting crushed. Microsoft is coming off. Once Apple does, this thing is going to tank. There's 18. There's that 950 realm on Nasdaq right now, just absolutely just getting roasted. Large red candles. ES is coming off here too. I'm 60 pound in my short. Nice. Yeah, ES will do its thing for eventually. They've got this liquidity here, 55.55, but very weird behavior to watch Nasdaq and tech get crushed so much, and ES is just chilling. Close some of my puts, nice. 5.8%, beautiful. I guess all that Nvidia insider selling was accurate. If this thing top wicks and go down, we're going to clear out into 41. Nasdaq is still coming 967 there. 15-minute major candles here, major top wicks. So like I said, VPA is still building to the downside here. I'd look for that thing to take out 55.26 as soon as that profit taking comes on Apple and starts to get some momentum. Just got to be patient, that's all. All right, sorry about that. All right, so still top wicking here, 55.41 and breaking, and here comes the pressure lower. You just got to be patient. Here it comes. 55.42. Just got to be patient. Heading lower. Apple's coming off now. Nvidia is still sliding lower right now. Beautiful stuff. Nvidia is currently at 118. I think 117 will be a good target based on this. There we go. Lower. Breaking lower. Here we go. Just gotta be patient. Get it. Let it get going, baby. Extraordinary. Extraordinary. Here it comes. Red candles. Big time dropping. Extraordinary. Just got to be patient and let it come to you. Let it come to you. The market is very volatile. VIX is skyrocketing. ES is breaking down, and here comes 55.27, baby. All the way up and all the way down. It's extraordinary. Extraordinary. $55.35 right there. And I'm about to lock in 2 100%ers on the day, which is fan-freaking-tastic. 55.22 on down. Next target is going to be 55.22. What a day, man. What a day. What a day. VIX is climbing 1356. Dow is red. Come on, Dow. Come on, Nvidia. They're down 6%. Give me 117. $117 is the prior pivot from Monday, June 10th. So that'll be the first target for Nvidia. Incredible. It's all about just waiting for the move to happen after that kind of shindig. It's extraordinary. Dip, dive, duck. Yeah. Just waiting for the list here. Oh, man. 55.40 in top wicking. Apple is still climbing, but XLF is time to give some back here. Once this breaks, I'll look for 55.26. NASDAQ is just absolutely getting cranked. 19.843 and dropping. Nvidia shares are down 5%. Beautiful. Just dropping. 942. 60-minute chart has a large red engulfing on NASDAQ. Next target is 761. I would draw a line at 761 on NASDAQ. ES has an aggressive top wick down to 55.18 will be the next target, which also correlates with right around where this liquidity is right now. The 2-hour charts are phenomenal. Apple is still breaking out to the upside, which looks like people are just flowing money out of Nvidia into Apple. That's what appears that is happening at the moment. Apple's just squeezing. It's beautiful. Beautiful. All right, I've been sitting on this short since Wednesday afternoon. Taco Bell tonight. There you go. Yeah, Apple's flying right there. Beautiful. Nice little top wick. Just cleared down to 55.35. All right. 55.43. Do you have NVIDIA shorts or ES shorts, JJ? NASDAQ. Nice. That's a heck of a trade right there. There goes Apple coming back down, 55.42. I'll still look to expect 55.25 based on what I'm seeing here on the charts, the VPA. Large aggressive top wick with incredible volume. In fact, this hourly chart here is the highest volume candle we've had since early June. So an incredible amount of volume hitting with a very aggressive top wick. Banks are still up. $55.45. Hourly candle still doji, but POC only hesitation I have for a continued down wick. And now it's a doji. It wasn't aggressive. That hourly candle was aggressive top wick. Now it's a doji bouncing back up here. Only hesitation I have is a continued down wick. Yeah. Yep, that was an aggressive move. Got to be quick on these trades, man. Got to be quick. They are slinging this thing all over the place today. A lot of weird move. Now NVIDIA's bouncing back up. TLT is 93.85. VIX is dropping again. That volume candle, though, is interesting. That high volume candle is interesting. All right, I'm back. Sorry, man. I've got a lot going on. It's crazy. Selling a house. A lot of work. A lot of freaking text messages. Calls, phone calls, realtors. 55.55 is the main liquidity here. We have bounced back up to 55.48. But other than that, man, it's just I don't know what to make of this action today. All over the place. With the volume though, you definitely want to be on guard. $19.91, 55.46. Volatility is amazing. Quick profits and trailing stops. Moves up and down. Yeah. Still coming off. Done for the day. Daily goal met. Nice, Damien. Yeah, I'm figuring out what's going on here. We've got Nvidia still. It's just a very odd behavior. Now the 15-minute again, we've got some bottom wicks back up. That hammer candle kind of drastically changed that chart very quickly. 60-minute we have a doji. 240-minute we have another doji. Checking my indicator. Did ES just bounce on market open at 55.37.25? Let me go look at ES. No. Well, market open. Let me see. No. Got close. I got close. Well done, Damien. Congrats, buddy. Keep it up. What's a daily chart look like? Doji'd. I really hope ES doesn't finish in this range again for the fourth day straight. Yeah, you got to be quick on this stuff, man. This volatility is very quick. You got to be quick. Got to be quick. Apple is still raging. Look at that. Golly. I think they just filled the... Yeah, they already filled the gap and they're going. Money is pouring out of Nvidia into Apple. What's the option chain say like? AI, yeah. All right, I'm going to take a look at premiums for some spreads. It's time to start looking at some spreads here. Let's see, let's go out to Friday, maybe even next week, 28th. Need that bounce on Nvidia now? It'll bounce, yeah, it always does. It always does, especially after touching that. I think we almost got down to the prior pivot about, what, 116.95 or so, 96? June 28th. Let's take a look. I can grab, in the 53.80s, I can grab some spreads. I think I'm going to start putting on a calendar, though. We talked about that yesterday. With my thesis, I think I could fit in a great calendar with this. I think I'm going to do that. Give me a lot of flexibility and just leave an ongoing position for the next 3 months. That's what I'm going to start doing, because I am expecting some sort of dullness in the summer, and I don't want to sit here and worry about scalping every move. I don't think that'll make a very invigorating content. I mean, heck, their streams are already the lowest I've ever seen it right now. So people aren't going to want to watch it. Not to mention, I don't want to be bored by it. So I think I'm going to put on. I'm going to go out to August and start building a position. I was thinking about that this weekend anyway. What do you mean by calendar spread? I want to be putting on a long dated option call position, and then on the short side of things, on the short term expirations, I'll be shorting premiums against it. It's just a way to build into a strategy and collect premium against position in a duller market, but yet dull except slightly grindy up market. So, like for example, you buy a call that's August, September dated, that's far out of the money, or even doesn't matter, in the money, whatever. And then as the market either goes sideways or temporary pullbacks, you just short weeklies against it. You just sell short calls against it on the weeklies. And you could do so, I mean, any expiration, honestly, as long as it's closer. And you just basically collect premium against that long position in the meantime. Theoretically, you're lowering your cost basis on the long call by selling positions. Still calls for both positions, yeah. So it's a perfect strategy for my exact thesis, which is slow, grindy up action into the election. Profit taking a massive run for months. Yeah, and then of course, if the market begins to look at a Trump presidency, if the stock market continues to do what it did when he was president, I mean, heck, we'll see like 40,000 on the Dow. This thing will start to absolutely just rocket. It'll be pretty intense. Which at that point, I wouldn't even care about the calendar. I'll just leave my leap on, or I'll just leave my long call on. Yeah, this is the downside we are expecting. Yeah. CA is not going to like that. Yeah. Warhammer 40K. Fortunately, later than right away, I thought, yeah, it's okay. That's the way it works. I don't regret putting on that position with SPX a couple weeks ago. You can play SPY for a couple $100 or small ETFs like the X sectors. Yeah, yeah. You don't. Yeah. So what does require a big account if you do like a poor man's covered call type of thing, where you short long calls or you short calls far away and then you start longing against them. So this one doesn't necessarily require a big account. It all depends on what you want to play, how many contracts, how far out, how close, SPX versus SPY. So it all depends. $55.48. If you can get savvy with them, they are great. Mixing double calendars with iron condors is a great blend of strategies too. Double calendars benefit from IV pump, where iron condors benefit from IV dump. Love it. Yeah, I love it, man. We'll be seeing more of that stuff going forward, for sure. We'll be seeing more of that stuff going forward. Man, we've been pinned flat for 30 minutes now, 20 minutes. NASDAQ, 19,910. If your theory that the market will stay at this price or go higher, why don't you sell put credit spreads? That's a possibility. It's not outside the the possibilities. So we had a discussion yesterday in a tier 2 about some strategies that we're going over, and I want to start putting on positions for this. Yet last week was incredibly relaxing for me, and the fact that I put on some credit spreads and I collected 100% of the credit, just kind of chilling and let it do its thing. And I haven't been done too much credit spreads, but in addition to the scalping and the day trades and the swing trades and all that other stuff, I like it, and I think I want to put on this position. It fits right in time. So now put credit spreads are fine, and I'll probably do those as well, honestly, as needed on an as needed basis. I don't want to carry a put credit spread for 3 months like I would on the call, just in case we have any kind of weird catalyst. But I'll be putting some on. Yeah, like short ones. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and give us that new high of the day blast off. Yep. Apple is still just squeezing straight up. So the top 10 right now on the S&P are green, red, green, red, green, red, green, red. Just a weird day today. Volatility-driven divergence. ES is up 0.3. NASDAQ is down 0.3. Very weird day. No icebergs on the book. Very little liquidity. Tempted to jump into DJT calls. Yeah. It's actually not a terrible play. Bomb diffusing, but which wire did we cut? Yeah, tell me about it. How is it? We got 15 minutes until Euro close. Morgan Stanley says the SPX has never been this overbought when the proportion of stocks has been this low. That's interesting. So basically they're saying is that the SPX has never been this at an overbought level with the vast majority of stocks being at such low levels. What does that tell you? Fun times coming. Yep. So the difference between futures and options on futures? So I always thought they were just futures. Yes, that's correct. There is a difference. You have futures contracts, which are the futures, and you've got options that you could play on the futures contracts. So turn into a bore fest here for a sec. Let's go to oil. Oil rejecting that as well. That's nice. I didn't have my audio notifications for CL macros. That's unfortunate. All right, we're gonna give this a few more minutes here, and I'll call it a day. Apologize for a couple of quiet times. I'm trying to juggle like 6 different things here. Not to mention I was very aggravated this morning when I found out I got denied. One of my biggest pet peeves is wasting time. I hate it. I hate it more than anything. Even more so than the opportunity, the money lost. 55.55 liquidity coming up here. We have yet another bottom wick on ES on the 5-minute. Apple continues to climb higher. Nvidia, small bounce. VIX's new low of the day. I hate wasting my time also. Yeah. Yep. All right. Silver's flat. God, looking at the Dow chart is nuts. Go look at the 15-minute Dow chart. Absolute just onslaught. Flow right now is call buying, put selling. Apple call buying is skyrocketing. And we've got a spike in put buying on Qs, so the mixed signals once again. On the options data, we have we have the GEX on the SPX of 54.75. We've got 547 SPY. We have 476 on Qs. And we're just kind of up here hanging out here at the top of the range. Morning high obviously is 55.58. Time cannot be recovered. That's right. Guess I need to adjust my Apple right here. Alrighty. 9 more minutes. Once we get through European Open, we'll go ahead and call it a day. This is tight stuff here. Not really sure what to make of it just yet. Anybody holding any positions right now? What are you thinking? Apple calls, nice. Still got some Nvidia puts, GameStop calls. If oil can hold that macro, then it's going to go. 15-minute on Nasdaq is bullish. Yeah. Yeah, with that hammer candle right there, that's 3 hammers in a row on 15. The 30 minutes got a doji and a hammer, 60. But once again, it's repeating the pattern. Look at the 60-minute chart. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hammers on the 60-minute chart in the past 3 days. Just every single attempt lower is immediately hammered. Immediately. Don't want to lose good profit. Beautiful. That's the best way to go, man. Gotta lock it in. Lock it in. Not 1-4. No open positions. I took in a video this morning. I was planning on holding for a few days, but it hit 3x my daily goal. Nice. Took AMD calls a little while ago. I was thinking we'd see some pullback on SPX this week. Now I'm starting to question that idea. It's still early yet. You have to realize the market just opened after the quarterly end. So this is a new quarter. And there's no coincidence that this is the first day of a new quarter on the OPEX. We're coming up on the new quarter. We're now in that blackout phase as well, where the dealers can't start the buyback blackout, and we're coming off of the OPEX roll-off from last week. So we have an incredibly high amount of volume. So, I mean, that's why we have a lot of crazy behavior here. 46% on SPX calls. Nice, Mikes. Yeah, I would lock it up. There ain't no point. What's the point? Lock it up. Shop close for me today. Nice, Hammy. $55.47. Oh, man. $55.32. SPX 54.78. What's a 54.60? I might put on another put here. Not for that strike, though. We got another couple of minutes here before I'm wrapping up shop. And I don't want to be stuck to my computer, so But I do like the fact that NVIDIA is dumping again, and ES has a pull down to 55.30, 54.60. Volatile day, dude. Volatile day. All right, I'm on a put. I'm putting on a put. One last play of the day before I wrap up shop. See if I can get a break lower here. Going into the Euro close. I've got NVIDIA contract for this week, and next week I got Friday before close. My plan is to hold NVIDIA drops to 115. 115 would be amazing. That prior pivot on NVIDIA, the base would be great. 115 would be incredible. Look at NVIDIA. It's getting smoked again. There we go. There's a little red. If Apple could just pull back a little bit. Yeah. We have liquidity pulled down to 35 or 55.37. Nothing up top. They're taking off. We've got NVIDIA's getting smoked right now, so we'll see if we can get a pullback here. I think it's a good R&R for a decent trade. We'll see. We'll see. The bang, diggy, diggy, jiggies, and the boogies, and up jump the boogie. $1,000 on 3 linked accounts. Nice. King's Blend, well done. Holding out my out of the money SPY puts. Beautiful. Beautiful. Another top wick. NASDAQ has liquidity lower, skewed to 850. ES has this another iceberg at 55.44, down to 55.41, 55.38. I did hit a ping. There we go. Get in the pit and try to love someone. 55.40, 55.22. All right, VIX is 13.25, 55.50. Ooh, a little bottom weight. Very tight price action still. We've been here since 10:55, so going on, what, 35, 40 minutes here? We've been stuck to the stupid price. See if we can get some movement. Yes. Get the pin, try to love someone. What is going on with Apple? Apple's flow right now is strong call buying. It's the only one of the entire name, out of all the names that are strong call buying at the moment. Microsoft is put buying, Amazon put buying, QQQ is put buying, call selling, NVIDIA is put buying. It's all put buying, call selling, except for Apple. So, it's turned into a pretty snooze fest. There is the 11:30 Euro close. I'll give this a few more potatoes, and I'm going to call it a day. Call it a day. Sorry, I'm listening to Kid Rock. Yeah. Oh man, 55.45. Let's see if I can get this thing to work. The iceberg video content was awesome. Thanks, Dan. Glad you liked that. Yeah, it's just a quick little video. Probably won't do all that great, but it's a very specific type of video. But it's a very useful one, especially because that's my favorite indicator. Come on, there's one more drop and this could be a very good day. If I can get that baby down into 55.38. Triple top format on Apple, 3 minute. Or 5 minute. Double top at least. VIX is bottom looking. Oh man. All right, any final questions? We're going to wrap this up. This is boring. Not a lot going on here. Don't want to waste y'all's time. So, it's pretty dead. Questions, comments, concerns before we wrap it up? You as well, Dave? I am, yeah. Yeah. I'm 2 points higher than we're, point and a half higher than where I entered it. I mean, there's no reason to close it just yet. I'm looking to see if I can come grab that 55.40 right here with that iceberg. But if it fails up, it fails up. I'll just stop out. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. All right, so the only thing going on this week is I will be looking to put on a position to swing. That's my goal this week, is to put on a high quality swing position that I can start to manage, especially going into the choppiness. Other than that, that's about it. That's about it. So far, I had a pretty fantastic day. Hit my goal on Top Step. A couple of trades there on SPX. They're doing really well. This one here is to be seen, to be determined what's going to happen. And coming off here. Will I post in the trades channel? I will post in the trades channel, yeah. Depending on which position I take. If it's a credit writing position, it'll be for tier 2. Everything else, obviously, is for y'all. So, for everybody else. But yes. Market knows it. Blast off the minute it leaves, probably. Yep. Once I get out of this trade, I'll let y'all know. But we'll see. All right, y'all. Let me know if you have any questions. Fantastic stuff. Pretty crazy day today. Pretty crazy day. You had to be on your toes. You had to take profit quickly on all that volatility this morning. So let's see what happens tomorrow. Y'all have a good rest of the day. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm out.